Good morning, everyone, especially to you, Sir Roy. Good morning. So, this is the video reporting from Group 5, and the topic is all about the cost of capital. So, before anything else, let me introduce myself. Again, I am Arthur Banayawan, and I am the first reporter from this group. So, cost of capital. Financing activity would include the borrowing money or taking loans from a financial institution. These said sources of funds would carry some cost in order to acquire it from the lender. And this said cost is also known as the cost of capital. As simply stated, cost of capital is the cost incurred in order to raise needed funds for a business operation. This said cost is also referred to as a financing cost or interest rate the company pays within securing a loan. Business firms normally define their own cost of capital in one of two ways. So, what is financing activity? So, financing activity is order to acquire the needed funds in the operation. Naa daw gitawag nga cost of capital. So, what is cost of capital? A cost of capital is mo na siya ang kanabitang utang sa business or kanang nangutang ang business or kanang gabaro og funds sa mga dagko nga mga financial institution. So, ma-acquire ning cost of capital if naa sila need i-raise og funds sa ilahang business operation. So, kung sa business pa ni is they refer to it as cost or loan sa business. More siya bitaw og gaborrowing funds or kana bitaw nagborrow og funds no mahitaburan ning magborrow og funds if na sila paghahimuon or kanang kailangan nila need nga funds sa ilang business operation so mo nang naay cost of capital. So borrowing money or taking loans asa sila magakuha or asa sila mag-borrow og kuan borrowing money or taking loans sa financial institution. Financial institution is mo na ang mga kanabitang mga dagko nga mga bangko or kanabitang insurance company. So again, ang cost of capital is kanang utang sa business or kanang nungutang ang business or kanang gabaro o funds ang mga dagko nga financial institution. Business firms normally define their own cost of capital. So, in one of two ways, so nadaw siya pamaagi, naday duha ka pamaagi. So, first, cost of capital simply refers to the financing cost that needs to be paid when borrowing funds, either by securing a loan or by selling bonds or equity financing, and this comes in from the off-annual interest rate such as 5 or 10%. Then secondly, if it refers to investment decision making, the cost of capital may be referred to as the rate of return that can be earned on such investment. So naa daw gitawag nga ay naay gitawag nga two ways. So if ang business need nga magbayad of borrowing funds sa ilang giborrow nga funds naa daw any interest rate nga ipatong bitawan na it's either motong 5 or kanang 10%. So secondly, if ang cost of capitals is investment is ma-refer na siya as a rate of return sa business. And that's all my topic. Thank you.
Weighted average cost of capital, or in short, WACC. Weighted average cost of capital in the arithmetic average or mean Capital cost with the contribution of each capital source by the proportion of the total funding it provides. With average cost of capital usually appears as an annual percentage. Ang meaning ani sa WACC is mo ni ang tibok gastos sa kapital ng kumpanya na gitotal base sa mga gipangkuha sa kapital. Example, utang or equity or kaugalingon kapital. In short, gibase ni kini ang average sa gastos ng kapital sa kumpanya o gina-adjust ang matag bahin ng kapital batay sa percent o timbang na contribution sa tanang pondo. Ang WACC or ang weighted average cost capital mas siyang ginagamit ni sa pag-guide para magsukat ang minimum return na need sa kumpanya para makabawi sa gastos kini sa pagkuha ng kapital. Calculating WACC is a matter of summing the capital cost components, multiplying each by its appropriate weight. For example, it is simplest terms. WACC equal proportion of total funding, that is equity funding, times cost of equity, plus proportion of total funding, that is debt funding, times cost of debt, times 1 minus corporate tax rate. Muna siya ang example sa WACC or sa weighted average cost of capital. Para masabutin din sa table, under sa long-term debt, i-times lang nimo ang target market proportion sanan ang after-tax cost. So, mugawas ang percent din sa WACC. Example, 40% times 6 equal 2.40%. Same lang sa preferred stock. 10% times 11% equal 1.10%. And sa common stock, same lang gihapon. Muna ang total yung percent is 7.50%. So, para makuha ang total niya, muna siya ang din sa WACC, din sa lines kilid, ipang plus rani mo siya kaning 2.40, 1.10%, 7.50 equal is 11%. 11%. It will be noted based on the above illustration that WACC is simply computed by the multiplying the total market proportion to the after-tax cost. The WACC for the given example is 11. So, muna siyang 11% na nangahulugang ang average na gastos na sa pondo sa kumpanya mula sa ilahang pinaghalong utang sa preferred stock at sa common stock. Muna siya ang 11% taga taon.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, classmates, and I am the third reporter of Group 5. My topic is cost of borrowing. So, cost of borrowing refers to the total amount a debtor pays to secure loan and use funds, including financing costs, account maintenance, loan origination, and other loan-related expenses. So, yung tag cost of borrowing or borrowing cost is mo ni siya ang nabayaran nimo other than principal. So, like for example, na mag-loan ka or basta borrowing or pagulam og kwarta, simpre muyon tag mangulam ko kwarta, simpre kailangan magud mo na bayaran. So including financing cost, account maintenance, loan origination. So muyon tag financing cost is na diri ang interest payment, origination fees, transaction fees, and late fees. So ang example aning financing cost is like rent, salaries, utility bills, insurance, and loan payment. So ug mingon sabta og kuan including sa load origination. So kayong load origination is mo ni siya ang pagsugod nimo, like ang isa ka borrower is magkuan siya og new loan. So mo ni ang loan origination ang pagsugod nimo na mag-apply pa ka, mag-process pa ka sa imong loan, mag-fill up pa ka or unsa basta kanang pagsugod nga para maka-loading ka. Mao ni ang loan origination. So mingon pa tag kuan account maintenance means you organize your transaction neatly, or dapat magtatag kas imong transaction na hinlo. Like sa loan, dapat proper imong pag-record or of payments sa mga borrower or sa mga transaction dapat mag-record. So when a debtor repays a loan over time, the following equation holds. So nato formula. Ang formula is total payments equals repayment of loan principal plus cost of borrowing. So nata kundi problem. Cost of borrowing may include for instance interest payments and loan origination fees, loan account maintenance fees, borrowing insurance fees, and still other fees. As an example, consider a loan with following properties. So natay example loan properties. So ang amount to borrow, like loan principal is 100,000. So ang annual interest rate niya is 6%. So ang amortization time is 10 years. Payment frequency monthly niya. So 10 years man siya. So monthly ang payment. So tagdusi man ang isa ka tagdusi man ang 12 months means 1 year. So 10 years man, so 120. So ang kanya annual borrower insurance is 25 pesos. So such a loan calls for 120 monthly mo. Tayo na ko nga 10 years 120 monthly. So payments of 1,110.21. So consider na to nga 1,110.21 ang taga monthly. So monthly man. So i-times na to siya sa 120. So mayroon din nga, therefore the borrower who makes all payments on schedule ends up repaying a total of 120 times 1,110.21. So equals 133,221. So the borrower will also pay 200 for loan origination. So good. 200. So 600 in account maintenance fees, 120 times 5, and 250 in borrower insurance. The cost of borrowing therefore calculates to, so yung calculation morning ang cost of borrowing calculation. So total payments niya is mo ba to ang 133,225.20. So mo to ang pag times aning 120 times 1,110.21 to yung gaina monthly man 10 years. So ang less principal repaid niya is 1,000 100,000 atong principal niya atong gilon niya. So minus siya 133,225.20. So minus 100,000. So total interest payment is 33,225.20. So mo ni ang interest niya sa 10 years. So 33,000 ang interest. So loan original fee mo to yun nga 200. So account maintenance mo tong 120 times 5 600. So borrower insurance fees is 250. So i-plus rin mo na siya 33,225.20 plus 200 plus 600 plus 250 equals 34,255.20. So mo na total cost of borrowing. So namatay itong formula na to guys, na dito kalimutan nga formula to is total payments equals repayment of loan principal plus cost of borrowing. So mo na to ang the total cost of borrowing is 34,255.20. And that's all, sir.
Good day, sir. My name is Marjon Roponapa, and this is my topic. This is all about cost of debt. Cost of debt is the total interest expense owed on a debt. Put simply, the cost of debt is the effective interest rate or the total amount of interest that a company or individual owes on any liabilities, such as bonds and loans. This expense can refer to either the before tax or after tax cost of debt. So it means ani sir is apasabot ani is ang gasto sa utang mao ang kinatibok ang gasto sa interest nga nautang sa usa ka utang. Sa anong pagkasulti, ang gasto sa utang mao ang epektibo nga interest rate o ang kinatibok ang kantidad sa interest. Interest nga utang usa-usa ka kumpanya o individual bisan sa unsang mga utang. Ang sa gasto nga utang nagdepende sa hingpit sa pagka-kredito sa nanghulam. Busa ang mas taas nga gasto nagpasabot nga ang nanghulam giisip ka peligros.
So, good evening everyone. My topic is cost of debit. The cost of debit represented the effective interest at the interest rate a company pays on its the debit or organization so choose a bonds and loans. It reflect the return required by debit holders for lending money to the company, taking into account factors like the company direct creditworthiness, providing market interest rate. Ang cost of debit mauna ang epektibong rate nga gibayaran sa usa ka company alang sa mga hinulaman sa kwarta like sa bonds o loan sa uban pang forms sa utang. Kini ang cost of debit nagrepresent sa gasto sa pag-finance pinaagi sa debit ug usa ka critical nga bahin sa structures na capital sa company. Porsinta sa understanding the cost of debit. The cost of debit critical metric from the business is the help them understand the true cost of borrowing money. It plays a significant role in financial decisions making, is including sa capital structure of optimization. Companies use the cost of debit in the conjunction with the cost of equity to determine the optimal max of debit and equity financing from their operation. So ang optimize sa istruktura sa kapital mo na siya ang kuan. Okay? Sa kapital mo na siya ang proseso sa paggamit sa sulundon nga pagsagol sa utang ug sa equity. Financing alang sa usa ka company aron mapataas ang kantidad niini ug maminosan ang gastos sa kapital. Naglakip kini sa pinantayon nga utang ug usa ka kantidad sa equity nga parehong hinungdanon ug saktong sa weighted average cost of capital. Proceed sa investment of decisions. The cost of debit influence investment decisions, and business need to consider whether the potential return from investment outweighs the cost of financing it. Ang gusto sa utang usa ka critical nga hinungdanon ng hundanon nga sa mga decision sa pahmanan alang sa mga negosyo kini nagrepresenta sa epektibo nga interest rate sa gibayad usa ka company sa iyang kinulaman nga mga pondo nga direktang makaapekto sa ginansya niini og sa kinatibuk-an ang financial nga kahimsog mora to sa valuation. The cost of debit is the key input in the calculation of the weighted average cost of capital, WACC, which is used to discount future cash flow and determine a company intrinsic value. So ang gusto na utang usa ka hunangdanon nga bahin sa weighted average cost of debit capital sa capital WACC usa ka sukaranan nga sukatan nga gigamit sa pagtuki sa financial aron mahibal-an ang intrinsic nga kantidad sa usa ka company. Mora to sir, ulagan salamat.
Again, good morning everyone. I am the last reporter of Group 5 and this is my topic is all about cost of equity. Cost of equity is part of company's capital structure. Cost of equity measures the returns demanded by stock market investors who will bear the rest of ownership. Cost of equity usually appears an annual percentage. One approach to calculating cost of equity refers to equity appreciation and dividend growth. Cost of equity is a financial term that represents the return that investors expect to earn on their investment in a company's stock. In simpler terms, is the minimum return a company must offer to its shareholders to compensate them for the risk they take by investing in the company. So mao to siya ang cost of equity. So direta siya sa formula. Cost of equity equals next year's dividend per share plus equity appreciations per share plus current market value of stock dividend growth. So dira is calculating the cost of equity using the dividend growth model. Cost of equity plus equals next year's dividend per share plus equity appreciation per share plus current market value of stock dividend growth. So ang nasa next year dividend per share, this is the expected dividend that a company will pay to its shareholders in the next year. And then sa equity appreciation per share, this represent the expected increase the stock price over the next year. Then the current market value of stock is the expected rate at which the company's dividends will grow in the future. So example, let's say a company is expected to pay a dividend of 2 per share next year. The current market price of the stock is 50 and the expected dividend growth rate is 5%. So naadiri ko an example niya gyud. For example, consider stock whose current market value is 8 pesos, paying an annual dividend of 0.20 per share. If this condition holds for the next year, the investors' return would be simply 0.20, 8.00 or 2.5%. When the investor requires a return of say 5%, one of two terms of the above equation must change. The scenario, a stock is current price at 8 pesos. It pays an annual dividend of 0.20 per share. The current return, if this condition remains the same for the next year, the investor's return would be dividend yield divided per share current market price. The dividend yield is equal siya sa 0.20 or 8.00 equal siya sa 2.5%. So ang ma-require niya nga ma-return is 5%. So mao to siya diri nga topic. Stock price appreciate 0.20 to 8.20, the investor would experience a 5% return. Mo to ang ngayon nga dapat ang ma-return sa iya is 5%. Then sa ikaduha is when instead the company double the dividend growth to 0.40 while the stock price remains at 8 pesos, the investor also experience a 5% return. Scenario, sa first scenario is initial situation, the stock price is 8 pesos and annual dividend is 0.20 per share. So sa scenario, the stock price increases by 0.20 to 8.20 while the dividend remains the same. When the investors return, total return, dividend, stock price appreciation per initial stock price, the total return is 0.20 plus 0.20, so 8.00, then equal siya sa 5%. Then sa scenario 2, the same as scenario 1, the same lang siya sa scenario 1. The company double its dividend to 0.40 per share while the stock price remain at 8 pesos. So mato siya din ang dapat lagi mabalik ato sa investors is 5%. So makita diri is na diri ang in the camp beta is measure of stock historical borrowing usually price changes compared to changes in the market as a whole. A beta of 0 indicates the stock tends to rise or fall independently from the market. A negative beta means the stock tends to rise, the market falls, and the stock tends to fall while the market rises. And a positive beta means the stock tends to rise and fall with the market. So the CAM formula is used to estimate the expected return on investment, which is the cost of equity for a company. So ang iyang formula is cost of equity equals risk-free rate plus beta. Then market risk premium. So ano siya dire is ang sa risk-free rate, this is the return on risk-free investment such as a government bond. In the example, it's given as 1,800 sa risk-free rate na siya. Then sa beta, this measures the stock volatility relative to the overall market. A beta of 1 means the stock tends to move in the line with the market. A beta greater than a 1 indicates higher volatility. In the example, the beta is 0.60. So makita mo siya sa equity beta part is his stock is 0.60, meaning the stock is less volatile than the market. Then sa market risk premium, this is the additional return investors expect to earn for investing in the overall stock market compared to a risk-free investment. In the example, it's 4.0%. So, mano siya ang calculating cost of equity using the given values. So, mano siya cost of equity equals 5.0% plus 0.60%, then plus 4.0% equals 7.4% siya. This means that the company needs to offer a return of at least 7.4% to its shareholders to compensate them for the risk they are taking by investing in the company's stock. So, ang key points ani is the CAMP is a widely used model for estimating the cost of equity. Then sa beta is a crucial factor in determining the cost of equity. Then the higher the beta, the higher the risk, and therefore the higher the required return. Then the CAMP assumes that investors are risk averse and require high returns for high risk. So, mao to siya ako ang topic. It's all about the cost of equity.